Hey friends, welcome to Season 3, Episode 9 of Gemma Darling Daily. I'm your host Danielle, and I have been away for a while, and really trying to get back into the groove of things, but let's face it, I've never been a great, consistent podcaster, so you get what you get and you don't get upset. I'm doing my best. I mean, most of the day I have kids climbing on me, I have strange wounds on my arms from like being kicked and things, and I'm sure all of you mommies out there know exactly what I'm talking about. I wanted to get a podcast in before Rhinebeck because we're leaving for Rhinebeck on Thursday and it's Sunday and I don't even know, I think it's October 13th. I missed all of September for podcasting. I'm so sorry, you guys. I literally always want to. I'm always writing notes down and I'm always going to my husband, please finish eating, I want to go podcast, and it just doesn't happen. But I mean, as much as I love making these for you guys, I do have a family to take care of, so some days it just doesn't happen. Anyway, if you guys notice, I cut my fall bangs. They're very thick, and I'm just going to call out to you, Gina Skein Cocaine. I think you need to cut your bangs. Enough of this talking about it. Just do it. You have two options. You go to a salon to do it, or I do it. There you go. I'll see you next weekend. Okay. In all seriousness though, I want to thank everyone who bought from the D-Stash that I've been doing this past week. You guys have literally helped me raise some money so that I can have some fun at Rhinebeck, though I'm really saving for Vogue because I really like staying in the hotel at Vogue, so, and it's very expensive if you don't get in on the early bird pricing, which for some reason I always miss. So let's fix these. Yeah, of course they're not going to work right because they looked good all day yesterday and I didn't get up here to podcast. Anyway. So yeah, I want to save for Vogue because those hotel rooms are like, they can be $500 a night and that is a lot. But you are staying in Times Square and Vogue is really wonderful. But so is Rhinebeck. Let's talk about Rhinebeck here because, you know, it is Rhinebeck week. This time next week, it's going to be over. I know. I'm so upset about that. But why be upset? It hasn't even started yet. I actually think it's going to be really, really tiring this year. And so I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not. And I'm bringing all the kids and then my parents are coming, but I get to see all my friends. So they're like, you know, I want to bring the kids, but it's tiring. It's absolutely tiring. I have a 3-month-old, so I have to lug so much stuff to this hotel room. I have a list and, where's my list? I literally scribble in a notebook all day. Here's my list so far. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, does it? Okay, it does have underwear on it for me because, let's face it, it's pretty important. No, it doesn't. All my knits are on here, but no underpants. I have underpants for the kids. That's good. Okay. Anyway. Let's get into the podcast here. I want to start by talking about the LYS Unity Cal because I don't think I've completely annoyed you guys enough. If you watch the Chelsea Pearls, the Chelsea Yarns podcast, Miriam and Christina have been talking about it also. It is a cal that I host with Chelsea Yarns. We did it last year, we're doing it this year, and it's this theme is cardigans this year. So it's just all local yarn stores and indie dyers and anyone who makes anything for the fiber community has, a lot of people have donated prizes. So there are about 33 prizes. Right now I think we only have like 25 people in the FO thread. So, you know, right now it's looking like everyone's getting a prize, but, I hope that more people will enter after Rhinebeck because I know that Christy's going to do her Steak and Streak if you get to the Sheep and Wool Festival at I think 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Please look at her channel for details on that. And yeah, so she's, you know, if you want to knit a cardigan but you want to knit it in the round and then you want to steek it live on KGK, please do. She's got prizes for you guys, so that's great. And anyone who enters the contest, anyone who knit a cardigan, any cardigan for Rhinebeck, even if you didn't go to Rhinebeck, you are eligible. Just check out the Chelsea Yarns Ravelry group. And you see there's 2 threads. There's one for banter and there's one for your FOs. And so please enter it into your FOs. You have 3 chances to win. You can knit your cardigan and complete it. You use a yarn from one of our sponsors, which is in my Ravelry group, Gemma Darling Daily. I have a list of all of our sponsors. And the third one is if you wear a Shelby Monet Mind Your Business t-shirt underneath your cardigan to Rhinebeck, or if you wear it at home and just want to snap a picture and put it in the Ravelry thread, it is your responsibility to give yourself 3 entries. You post 3 different pictures or 3 different instances in the FO thread so that you have 3 numbers for the drawing. And if anybody is confused about that, just DM me on Ravelry or on Instagram and I will explain it to you. Okay, guys, so we are meeting at 2 o'clock on Saturday, October 19th, by the Cider Donuts to take our big picture of everyone that knit for the LYS Unity Cal. Anyone who did their Steek Streak, you guys are eligible. Anyone I see at Rhinebeck that has a cardigan on, I'm going to say, did you knit that this year? And if they say yes, I'm going to tell them to enter the contest. So I want you guys to spread the word. We have wonderful sponsors. Check them out in Gemma Darling Daily Ravelry group. And everyone, thanks for participating. I just like talking to all of you. I like meeting new people. So I really hope you guys are going to come up to me at Rhinebeck and introduce yourself and talk to me, because I'm not really there for the yarn. I don't really go to Rhinebeck for, you know, woolly, toothy yarn. I'm an indie dye girl. You know that. So I like Indie Untangled. I'm going to the Yarn Bazaar. We're going to talk about that in a second. All right. So thanks for participating in the LYS Unity Cal. On another note, I still haven't announced the winner for the person who won Baby S Guess, and so I will have to do that. I'll be doing that on my Instagram this week, so tune into that. As you know, her name is Samantha, so I'll have to pull that. And so there are going to be so many prizes going out. There's so many prizes. Guys, just enter the contests. Okay. So let's start from what I've been up to since I last podcast. On September 7th, I went to the New Jersey Sheep and Fiber Festival, and that was in Lambertville, Ringo's, New Jersey, and Chelsea Yarns has a tent there. 7th Floor Yarns, Nancy Ricci was there, and of course Gigi and Shelby came, and I got to see Miriam and Christina, and so many people were there, and I just really love it. And I mean, I don't love it so much for the yarns. Again, I don't really go to the festivals for the yarns. I go for the people. Yep. These bags look huge on camera. Oh my gosh, I hope they don't really look like that. Okay. They're very big. So anyway, I want to show you guys what I got. Now, I'm going to start out with what I got at Chelsea Yarns, which is so ridiculous because I can go there anytime. But whenever I see her, I have to buy Chelsea Luxe. Have to. So I am not a designer, but I do have an idea for a couple designs in my head. One for a sweater I am so far calling Everyday Audrey, and I have to look it up and see if that's taken, but I think that's going to be the name, and I hope to debut it at Vogue. I don't think that's going to happen. I just don't, but I'm going to try. And I also have another idea for a cowl in my head that's kind of like influenced by honeycombs, and so I got myself some Chelsea Luxe in Favorite Leather Boots. It's DK, and I don't know, maybe I'll hold it double and make it really chunky, but I'm going to try to design that also. Guys, I have no time to myself, so I'm just going to have to pretend, oh, mommy's in the bathroom, and be knitting. Yeah, I'm just going to sit on the floor of my bathroom and knit. I do really want to get these 2 patterns out to you, but who knows if it'll happen. Keep on my tush. Make me do it. Chelsea Luxe, Favorite Leather Boots, guys, for the win. Seriously. One of my favorite colors. Though I haven't ever really knit with it, I don't think. I just like to look at yarn skeins. Did you guys notice that about me? Yeah. I also bought this, which is Chelsea Luxe DK in Sunflower. And it's this really cool light brown. Yes, I know it looks like my glazed pecan, but it's not. It's different. And I think we all gravitate towards colors that just look nice on us, and I really just like this color. So I grabbed that. I have 1 skein of it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I feel like it's going to be a brio duo with something, right? Nah, not that. Chelsea Luxe and Sunflower. Love it. You guys, Christina will ship to you, so go on to her website, chelseayarns.com. I think that's the website. Sounds good. And grab her stuff because it's really good. She has a great color palette, and a lot of her colors kind of complement one another. So take a look. And if you're in the Red Bank area, I cannot stress enough how you need to visit this store, because it's beautiful. You know, some yarn stores you go in and they're comfy and they make you want to knit and they make you want to sit by a fire. Like Christina's is it's like posh. It's beautiful. And so I love it. Plus there's a really good place a couple doors down that sells the best falafel I've ever had, except for the ones at Rhinebeck. But we'll talk about that later. So visit Chelsea Yarns. But I did get this also, because she had Sandy by the Lakeside bags. Rose gold, guys. Rose gold. I actually love rose gold. Yeah. But I just love stuff by Sandy by the Lakeside because it's made really well. Look how cute it is inside with the gingham. And she's got the tassel. And I dare you to find a stitch out of place on these. I dare you. So, there you go. Sandy by the Lakeside. Who will be at Needles Up? So if you guys are going to Rhinebeck, visit Needles Up. I believe it's in the place now, I could be wrong, where the old, where Indian Tangled used to be at the Best Western. So, check out that. I believe they have a website. I'm going to say needlesup.com. That may not be it, but just look it up. Google it, dude. Google it. That's going to be my new pin. Google it, dude. Google it. So that was my Sheep and Fiber Fest haul from Chelsea Yarns. Of course, when you're at a festival, you get the rose gold bag. It's so fancy, fresh, and fine. I also went to Marinated, and I have to tell you, there were so many people there that I was hanging out with and having a great time that I didn't really shop too much. But I went to Marinated, and I got these. Because what I love is she makes minis in DK. So if you're doing color work, you need, like you're doing a DK color work sweater and you need minis, she's got rainbows, and she dyes the most beautiful reds and purples that you've ever seen. So let's start with this one. This one's called Jujube. I mean, that's pretty, right? Marinated yarn, and it's just, I love the reds. Look at the reds on that. Can you see it? Yeah, there you go. You know, I have a very hard time finding nice reds, and I always find them with her. And this is called, oh wait, I guess Jujube is the pack set. This is called Unchained Melody. Sorry about that. And this one is called Princess Quail. And this is like purples into pink, and I love this. Oh my gosh, I love it. And I'm not one for making like big fade sweaters. Like I didn't make the Comfort Fade Cardi or anything like that. But I was thinking about casting on a Comfort Fade Cardi. Just not fading the whole thing. Just maybe putting one of these sets like around the yoke. I don't know. Guys, I have so much stuff to do. This color right there on the edge. Oh, that's speaking to me. This is called Princess Quail. And I'm not sure where I got this. I think I might have gotten this. Let's see. Yep, from Marinated. This sock pattern. Now, I'm not a sock knitter, but it was put in here for free. And so if anyone wants it, let me know. Let's see. It's by Sarah Jordan. I don't know how to say that. Undemo socks? I don't know. But take a look it up and see if you can find it. If you'd like to knit them. They're actually really cool. There you go. Free patterns are always good. And then my third and final stop. Oh wait, I have to show you these. This was also from Marinated. She gave me this as a gift because she said I am a personal yarn enabler. I'd say that's what podcasters are. We are personal yarn enablers. So there you go. I'm a PYE. Thank you, Marion. Next stop was at Toad Hollow, and I've been to the Toad Hollow booth before. Wherever they are, they come to Yarnia a lot, and I like to go to Yarnia to see them because they're two sisters. They're really funny. We always end up staying much longer than we should and just talking to them because they're just such nice women. And so I like to support them. This first buy that I got from them, let me show you their logo. It's Toad Hollow. And most of their stuff is based on books, like books and book titles and this and that. So this is called, this is from the Boho collection. This is called Moonstone. Of course, not based on a book, because I just said it. They're based on books. But I just thought this would make a really pretty hat. So I don't even know if it'll be for me. Sometimes I buy all the blues and greens. So if I want to make my dad a hat, or my nephew, or like, you know, my husband. My husband wears red, though. He wears a red hat. He's a St. Louis Cardinals fan. He only wears a red hat, which drives me nuts sometimes. But whenever we're in a crowd, I can find him. So that's great. So that's called Moonstone. And then they took all of these little mini skeins and they made them into balls. And I thought this was really, really great because they said whenever you're knitting a project and you have a little bit left, what are they called? If the skeins are the books, then what are the mini skeins? And they call them the blurbs. So this is a bag of blurbs. And they don't tell you like colorways or yardage or whatever. They said it's approximately 83 grams. So that's almost a whole skein, and it was $25. And I thought that was really cute. Look at them. I thought that was a really unique idea, and I really liked it. So, of course, I had to buy it because I am a sucker for packaging. That's right, a sucker for packaging. That's who I am. So that's my haul from New Jersey Sheep and Wool. I had the best burrito I've ever had there. I waited not long enough for it, but it was really good. Pippa and Franny got to meet, so I got to see KGK, which I never get to see her, and we never take pictures together. We are at a lot of events together and just never take pictures together. So it's as like it never happened. Gigi and Shelby were there. I got to see Willie and Jan and Knit Diva 3. Bridget was there, and there's just so many people that I love in this community, and I really had a great time seeing everyone. So I will be going back to that festival. I mean, it's not my favorite festival-wise. It's a lot more sheep-centric than yarn-centric. So you walk through 2 barns full of livestock. They have the contests, and then they show sheep shearing. You can buy a cashmere bunny, and then you walk through the 2 back barns, and they're full of yarn vendors. So I got to see Shirsty Cat and like a lot of people that I did want to see, but I don't go hard for the yarn until it gets cold out. So it is held in early September, which is really nice because you can go there still wearing your summer clothes, but just buyer beware. If you are going, wear boots. It is dirty. It's dirty. So like Rhinebeck, you're kind of walking through, you're on blacktop unless you decide to go through the barns at the top of the hill. So you get a little dirty. But I come home from New Jersey Sheep and Wool and I am filthy. And Franny always gets like something face painted and they outline it in black and she smushes it. And to the end, God, she looked awful at the end of that. You guys can see my video on New Jersey Sheep and Wool if you tune into Gemma Darling Daily on YouTube and you want to see what it's all about. So there you go. Next, I have an FO, guys. Well, all right. So Christine King and I like to have a fight over this. Not really. She says that things are done when the strings are woven in. I just say they're done when they're off the needles. And I may actually wear this to Rhinebeck with all of this hanging from it. So this is my Felix pullover. I decided to pick it up again and finish it. And there it is. Okay. Now, I know that when you have a sweater that's made with indie dyed yarns, you're supposed to alternate skeins. I think that ruins the knitting experience. It absolutely ruins it for me. I have 2 skeins and they're going back and forth and then I have to put a new one in. I actually hate it when I run out of yarn and I have to add a new skein. So can you imagine me fiddling with 2 skeins? Not happening. This is the Felix pullover by Savory Knitting. Look at this. This is the one I've been talking about that has no make ones in it. It's just all yarn overs. It fits wonderfully. I love it. This is La Bien Amie Aran in Rust, which I'm going to be getting another sweater quantity of this because I want to make another one of these. It was just a pleasurable knit. What I like about it is that you can tailor it to how long you want it to be. And I like a sweater that maybe hits right where my leg bends, right at the bottom of my hips, and that the arms are super long. Because if the arms aren't super long, I'm pulling them down, pulling them down. So I made this a little longer than the pattern called for because I knew that I would be pulling it down over, you know, my baby blub. And yeah, which I'm pretty much never losing. But I bought a lot of bikinis when I was pregnant, and I don't understand why. Probably be selling those. I know you're supposed to change skeins, but I don't. So you can see where the skeins kind of change. Like right here, I changed to a different skein. This is much more stripy than it is up here. I don't care. I just don't care. I mean, both sleeves kind of look like mirror images of each other because this one is like stripy in the middle and this one's stripy farther down. But guys, I made it, and I just don't care if it looks like it was store-bought or not. I don't. Store-bought. Store-bought. I don't care if it looks like it was store-bought. So there you go. I am going to be wearing this to India Untangled and the Yarn Bazaar, the Rhinebeck Yarn Bazaar on Saturday. I'm going to try to get some needles up, but I don't know if I can. I'm so sick of everything being so far apart. Can't you guys have shows like right next to each other? I can't stand driving around and getting stuck in traffic around there, but we'll talk about that later. Anyway, I do recommend this, guys. If you like a quick knit, if you're a good knitter and you have a quick knitter and you have time to knit, you will probably finish this, I would say, 2 weeks at the most. It was that fast, and I loved it. And I do recommend the La Bien Aimée. It's a bit pricey because it's imported. So I think it called, my size called for about 7 skeins. So I bought 7 skeins, and I think I used 5 1/4. So I'm not telling you not to buy enough yarn, but I did have a whole skein left over. Just fine with me. I'll make a matching hat. Maybe a muff. Maybe I'll make a muff. That's what those things are that you put your hands in, right? Like a muff. That's what they're called. Whatever. I'm a little antiquated there. So that's my FO. You probably won't see another one for a long time, guys, so I hope you enjoyed it. Okay, let's talk about my whips. Now, I don't know, maybe you guys have missed seeing my portage pullover, my portage cardigan, but I gave up on it about a month ago. Not for good, just because I wanted to actually have a cardigan for Rhinebeck, and I knew that even if I knit, you know, so much, I would not have this done for Rhinebeck. So, this is what I have so far. And I didn't want to rush it because I really like knitting it. And I love the honeycomb pattern on the back of it. And, you know, so I don't have that much more before I get into the ribbing. There's like 5 inches of 1x1 or 2x2 ribs at the bottom. Seriously, shoot me. But it'll be fine. And once that's done, I'm going to be in like Stockinette City, which is a city that I like to be in. So, you know, some people don't like Sleeve Island, but on Sleeve Island, you're in Stockinette City. I'm going to have to make a pin. I'm going to have to start making pins. Anyway, guys, this I think looks beautiful. Again, it's lamb strings yarn in Buried Alive. I think it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Please visit Shanna's booth at India Untangled. She is a wonderful yarn dyer, and she will dye you sweater quantities if you ask her. If you don't see what's there, she will dye them for you. This is definitely going to be either my Rhinebeck sweater next year or my Vogue sweater. I don't know, maybe. I really want to get on to Everyday Audrey and start designing it, but I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But that, I love it. I love the way it's coming out, and I'm really bummed that I'm not going to have it for Rhinebeck, but I think it's going to be 68 degrees outside that day. So who knows? Who knows if we'll even be wearing sweaters? I'm sure we'll be wearing sweaters, but guys, I am so sleep deprived. I am sleep deprived. And my daughter sleeps from 10 or 11 p.m. until 8 or 9 in the morning. I don't know what it is that is depriving me of sleep. I don't know. Like, the dog moves, I wake up. The baby turns, I wake up. Franny, like, moves, I wake up. Yeah. My husband snores, I wake up. That is why I'm sleep deprived. I have wonderful children. They sleep 8 or 9, 10 hours at a pop, no problem. They are good sleepers, just like their mommy. And, because I can sleep during the day better than I can sleep at night. You guys needed to know that. So, hey, how are you? Anyway, I did decide that I was going to make a cardigan for Rhinebeck. So, where do you turn when you have a month left to make a cardigan? Loopy Mango. Yep. Oh, and I left the book downstairs. But the book came free when you bought a sweater quantity. See, they sell their stuff in kits, or you can buy it separate. So if you go to loopymango.com, pick one of their free patterns, and then you can buy the kit. It knows exactly what you need for it, and you can buy the needles with it. It knows how many balls of yarn you need, because they don't really have sizing. I think some of the sweaters have 1 or 2 sizes, but everything is oversized. This is, I think it's called the she cardigan or her cardigan. I can never remember if it's the she cardigan or the her cardigan. I did buy yarn for a different cardigan, and then when I was looking through the book that came with it, I decided to knit another pattern that looks just like what I bought the kit for. So this is their merino number 5 in the colorway mustard, which I don't know if it was named really correctly because it's not really mustardy. Mustardy is like very green, right? This is more of a saffron or like a mango. It really looks exactly like mango. It's gorgeous. I was so happy when I opened the box. You have no idea. So I bought 9 balls of that. It was pricey AF, but you know what? It's gorgeous. I'm not disappointed at all. So this is my cardigan so far. I still have to seam the sides. I'm on this sleeve. I finished this sleeve and I love the way it fits. I love it. And then when I went to pick up the stitches for this sleeve, I don't know, since it was like the other side or something, it just doesn't look like it picked up the same. Oh, now it looks like it. So I literally tore it out like 4 or 5 times last night and re-picked everything up. And I kept trying to figure out which bump to pick up. Did I pick up the top bump? Because 2 bumps are like, when the bump usually has 2 strands like this. When they say pick up a bump, you know, it's got 2 strands that are like kind of like this, and that makes the bump. And I was like, which bump do I pick up? The top one or the bottom one? Which one do I pick up? So I did both like 90 times, trying to make it look like this sleeve. I can't, it's so big, I can't even fit it in the frame, you guys. Seriously. And these, when your baby's sleeping and you're trying to figure stuff out and you got this going on, nah. But it's huge, and this is what I will be wearing at Rhinebeck when it's finished. I'm going to put, it wants a collar that's like this, but I'm putting this like huge collar on it. Because like, I like to pull it around my neck, and you know, like Ali McGraw and Love Story, just want that big collar on those coats. They don't make wool coats like that anymore with the big collars. I love that. Yeah, I have an old DKNY one that has a big collar like that, and I got it at Macy's in the city years ago, like probably 20 years ago or 15 years ago. It doesn't fit me at all, and I still stuff myself into it because I just love the look of it. Ugh, Ali McGraw and Love Story. Anyway, guys, this is my cardigan, and I do highly recommend the new Loopy Mango book. It's so much fun. There's so much stuff that I want to knit now. The only thing I'm having problem with is Loopy Mango is they have a lot of knots in their yarn. There were a lot of knots, and for some reason, just my luck, they're showing up on the outside. So I have a knot there and a knot there. Not happy with that. I probably could cut them out and splice it, but like, that's just a pain in the tush. So that I didn't like, but I love their yarn otherwise. It's so soft. I just love it. It's almost like roving with like a piece of nylon around it. So, and cannot knit this continental. I was trying, and I was like trying to pick it up, and it's just too thick. So now I've been going like this. You have to throw. I've been throwing. But yep, so this is my Rhinebeck sweater. So yeah, really happy it's going to be like 68 degrees outside because I'm wearing like this, which would keep me warm in Antarctica. So find me. I think I'm going to wear like a flowered dress underneath it. And after this, I'm going shopping for boots because every year when it gets cold, I just want knee-high boots. Okay, so there's that. Those are my whips. I've abandoned some other ones that I will come back to. I feel like I knit with thicker yarn in the winter and thinner yarn in the summer. That's just me. I usually do have stuff with all different weights on the needles. Right now I have another shawl going that I'm stuck because I need to find a color that fits into the carnival shawl that I've been talking about. So we'll talk about that next time. I'm going to try to get something at the bazaar or at Indie Untangled. So I just want to show you my stash acquisitions now. We did sheep and wool, and then while we're talking about Loopy Mango, I really should go get the book to show you. Maybe I'll insert a picture right here, or here, or here, or here, or here. There in the book there is this. It's like a coat, and it's called the Little Monsters Cardigan or coat. I don't remember, and it's made with their Big Loop. So I ordered enough of the Big Loop in green. It's one of the colorways that's being phased out. The coat is normally about $470 worth of yarn. It's 2 of those big bumps of Big Loop, like that are humongous. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that, dude, no. But the colors, it says click here, these colors are being discontinued. They didn't have any more of the big bumps of this, but they had enough little ones to make up the sweater quantity that I needed to make that coat. And it was more than half price. So because I wasn't spending $470. I do spend money on yarn, but that was like ridiculous. So I thought, let me get this. Look how thick this is. That is 1 strand of yarn. Guys. So, yeah, I'll be making this coat. It's going to take me 10 minutes. But I have a lot of it, see? And it's going to take me a while to go through it all. And this is 4 of the 8 skeins that I bought. And I was going to take it to Rhinebeck with me because I'm like, oh, my parents will be there. My hands will be free a little bit. And I'll be able to make it. And I'm like, no, because I think with all the stuff that I have in my car, I might not be able to fit this damn yarn in my car. So that's it. If you guys, as I said, I do recommend the Loopy Mango book. It's wonderful. I know they're going to have it at Rhinebeck. Let's see, at the fairgrounds. I believe that one of the ladies of the Loopy Mango duo is going, she wrote it. It's only written by one of the ladies, I believe. And she's going to be signing books. Her name escapes me. I'm so sorry. I'll put it in the down bar here. But I'm going to go meet her because, dude, I'm a fan. Yeah. And then I'm going to make, they have this something urban cowboy sweater. I'm going to make that one next. And then I was talking to my friend Kate and she's like, ooh, I like this cardigan. I was like, I can make it for you. I will only make my friend's stuff out of Loopy Mango and maybe knit collage as long as they buy the yarn, but it's nice and thick. I was going to join the knit collage knit along. I didn't see any kits that spoke to me, so I was like, maybe I'll put together a kit. So at Rhinebeck, that is one of the missions that I'm going to have, is putting together a kit. I don't need to be eligible for any of the prizes. I just like to knit along with everyone else, and I really like the patterns. So guys, please go to knitcollage.com if you want to join their knit along. I think it starts on October 28th, so you have some time. But the kits are going fast, so grab a kit. And I think Gigi, if you look at Gigi, she has a swipe up code to get the kit through her, and I think Christy has one too, because they're fancy. They have more than 10,000 followers, so they get that swipe up thing on Instagram. Whatever. Just kidding. Proud of my friends. So that's that. Let's see. This I'm wearing one of my Spell dresses. You guys know I love that brand, Spell in the Gypsy Collective. It doesn't really fit me anymore, so I'm going to be cutting the top of this dress off, and I think I'm just, because this skirt is beautiful. So if anyone knows how to do that and you want to help me, please let me know, because I'm probably going to butcher this thing. But the top doesn't really fit me anymore. It's like tight. You get these cute little babies from childbirth, and then everything else just goes to everything. But that's okay, because I have really cute kids. What's next? Let's see. Oh, one more stash acquisition. I have Olan. I bought this DK Olan. It's called Fig. I was like, I need some yarn to do the new Woolenvine pattern Stoker. And I really love the pattern. And I was like, what are the chances that I can get a quantity of DK in Woolenvine for this in one color? Like, I destash Woolenvine a lot just because I grab it when I see it. And then I just decide, oh, I'm not going to use this color. Her yarn is the best. She's a wonderful dyer. I don't destash it because I don't like it. I destash it because I probably don't think I'll get to use it in my lifetime. So I still have bins full, guys. Bins full. But I was like, I really love Olan, and I love this colorway, and I thought it had so much depth to it. I thought it would be really pretty in a shawl. And what I like about Kristen's Stoker pattern is that most of it in the V is plain. So it'll be like a nice plain stockinette with, I think, like a little bit of like a garter rib in it. And then there's like a nice bottom with lots of cables in it. Because I am a cable girl now. Yeah, I don't mind it so much. I don't love it because you have to sit there and think about it. And then I don't like using cable needles and stuff because they twirl. And then which way were my stitches? I don't know. But I thought this would be pretty. So I bought 4 skeins of this. And that brings us into the Brio Duo of the week. This week's Brio Duo in your bell jar of fun is brought to you by Olan and Glazed Pecan. Guys, I'm stockpiling it. Shamelessly. I have it in all different weights now. Random quantities. Random. But if you see it anywhere, let me know, please. So I thought that these looked really pretty together. I don't know now that I'm looking at it if it's perfect. Maybe the Chelsea yarns, like, let's see, favorite leather boots will look nicer with it. Oh yeah, that looks nice. That looks nice with that. I don't know. But anyway, well, the Brio Duo just turned into a Brio Trio. So there you go. But this Olan is beautiful, and it has a lot of different colors in it. It might actually look nice with a green, but I don't know if that would look too Christmassy. But look at that. It's got the nubs because it's... well, we call it tweed, but I think that they call it Donegal. So this is Donegal. And I just think it's beautiful. It is. I mean, I've been looking at it. It's not exactly what it looked like on online when I bought it, but I really do love it. So I think I'm going to find something for that because I think this is really autumnal, isn't it? It's like if you're not really into oranges, I know Gigi just fainted. Guys, you just made Gigi faint. If you're not really into oranges, go with like the maroons and like, you know, the deeper fall jewel tones. And this is beautiful. So I got this during the Olan update. Olan.ie for more details if you're interested. I don't know what she has up right now, but she usually does have a whole bunch of good stuff. You can also get it at the Knot House. You guys know the Knot House? And they have a lot of Olan. And so it's one of the brands that I just really love. I love so many of their colorways. I have to destash it once in a while because I buy so much that I just go nuts. And no. So anyway, guys, that was your Brio Duo of the week. I hope you enjoyed it. It was very autumnal, was it not? I'm losing it. I can talk to a camera as if it's a person for an hour. That's just right there. That's loopy. So, okay. Just gonna leave that right there. All right, guys, let's talk about my Rhinebeck plans. I touched upon it in my podcast that I did 15 years ago. And you guys, I don't know if you even remember it, but if you are going to the if you're going to the New York Sheep and Wool Festival this weekend in Rhinebeck, New York, I'm going up there on Thursday to Sunday, and this is where I will be, and I hope to meet you guys. Let's see. Well, Thursday I get there, usually around 2 in the afternoon, and I don't know. I'm going up with Gigi. I don't know what her plans are, where she needs me to take her. I know she is working in Adela's booth, Lola Bean Yarn Company at India Untangled. So if you want to meet Gigi, you want to meet Adela, that is where they will be. I have a ticket to India Untangled Friday. No, let's stay on Thursday. Stop it, Danny. Stop it. Okay, let's stay on Thursday. I don't know if I'm bringing her there while Adela is setting up or if she and I are going to go into downtown Rhinebeck and get my avocado toast at Bread Alone. I hope that's what we do, and then I can bring her there. I don't know. I do what she needs. You know, she's my friend. She'll tell me what she needs. But I do want to get to downtown Rhinebeck that day because anytime after Thursday, if you go to downtown Rhinebeck during the weekend, it's a lot. You have to park pretty far. You have to walk. So get your walking shoes, get a cart to carry stuff in, you know. It's a long wait for like the restaurants. I don't know if you guys have any reservations and things, but yeah. There's also a lot of really cute towns around Rhinebeck, so if you cannot find reservations for things like restaurants or places to go in downtown Rhinebeck for that weekend, please explore the outside area. Saugerties is really great. Hyde Park is a little bit south. Even Kingston right across the bridge has a lot, and I will be staying in Kingston. So My hotel is right there in the parking lot by Target. That is where we are. It has a pool. We have a suite. So my parents have a bedroom and I have a bedroom with the girls, 2 bathrooms. It's fantastic. I do recommend staying in a house if you can. I've never done it, but I hear it's a lot less expensive if you are going with the whole group. Now I know it's too late to book for this year, but if you're thinking about going next year, that is my advice. Let's see, so Thursday, that's what I'll be, and then probably just going out to dinner with my parents or whatever on Thursday, you know, relaxing, taking a swim and getting ready for this epic, epic weekend. My bangs look crooked. I don't know, whatever. Yeah, it's going to be exhausting. Friday is going to be exhausting. Friday, I am getting up super early. My mom and I we're taking the girls and we're going to India Untangled. We have tickets from 10 to 2. Which is the VIP ticket slot. So if you are there around that time, I would be happy to meet you, but let me do my shopping first. I will be honest, I love talking to everyone, but you only get 2 hours to buy your stuff at India Untangled, and I want to buy my stuff. So say hi to me, and then when I look like I'm done, strike up a conversation. Just putting this out there though, I will have Sammy and Franny with me. High fives for Franny are totally cool. Hugs and kisses if she doesn't know you, not okay. I don't mean to be rude, but you know, little kids get sick like crazy. And now that I have a newborn in the house, I'm a little bit cautious. So Purell your hands, high five, cool. With the baby, please don't touch my baby. I know I sound really awful. Her hands are so cute. Touch her feet, go for it, her feet, but she has only had her first round of vaccination so far, so I'm kind of going to have her in like my little papoose or in something and just, you know, no touching of the face and stuff. I'm just going to be, I'm an overly cautious mom. I know all of you are wonderful people and I want to meet you and you've been so generous with all of the well wishes for my children being born, but don't touch my baby. I don't mean that in a bad way. Okay, so I'll be doing India Untangled from 10 to 12. And then from 12 o'clock to 2 o'clock, my mother and I are going to like grab lunch. There's a bread alone actually on the way back from India Untangled if you're going into Rhinebeck. So I'm going to be hitting that one for avocado toast. I'm going to be eating a lot of avocado toast this weekend, which is good because avocado eats the bad fat in your heart. You're welcome. Eat your avocado, people. But no, I really can't recommend it enough. So we're going to be doing that and then heading into Rhinebeck for the Yarn Bazaar. Now the Yarn Bazaar is 2 to 6 at Parish Hall and I want to see all my friends. A lot of my friends are showing there and so I'm really excited to do that. It does take a while. I don't know if on Fridays is bad, but getting over that Rhinecliff Bridge. So leave yourself a lot of time and places to park. So if you are someone who doesn't walk so well, please go in a group and have them drop you off because you will be parking pretty far away. And by pretty far, I mean like a quarter mile, half mile, not like something like where you would need like, you know, to put your trainers on to like, you know, it's okay, but it is not parking in a parking lot and walking right into someplace. Okay. So that is what I'm doing on Friday. I do want to get to Needles Up. I don't know if I'm going to, and I always feel so bummed about this, but there's so many places to go and none of them are near each other. And so it does become really, really hard to get from one place to the other sometimes. So you just kind of have to make executive decisions. Find out who's going to be at Indy, who's going to be at Needles Up, who's going to be at the Yarn Bazaar, and go where you want to buy what those people are selling. I really would love to see Sandy by the Lakeside. I want to see Chelsea and Sue. I'm going to do my absolute best after the bazaar to get back into, if I can get over that bridge quickly, I am going to Needles Up. If not, something's got to give, and I really feel bad about it, but that's this year. So that's my Friday plan for during the day. Then I'm coming back over the Rhinecliff Bridge, going to my hotel, freshening up, going back over the Rhinecliff Bridge, going back into downtown Rhinebeck. I have tickets to 2 knit nights on Friday night. Felicia from String Things Studio is throwing a knit night with some wonderful hosts that you guys would love. I think there's a couple tickets left if you still want to grab them. What? So I'm going to be trying. I may not get to that one, but I'm going to be trying to get there. That one's from 6 to 10. So I'm going to try to go there from 6 to 8. And then from 8 to 10, I'm going to the KGK Knit Night back at the Parish Hall. And I think they're only about a quarter of a mile apart, so I may just park somewhere in the center and just keep walking back and forth. I don't know. But this weekend's about seeing my friends, so I'm going to do as much as I can to see my friends. Again, I may not get to the string thing knit night, but I'm going to try. I will definitely be at the KGK knit night at Parish Hall. That is from 7:30 to 10. I'll probably be there probably about 7:30. Well, maybe 7:30 to 10, maybe 8 to 10. I don't know. But this is all like if it happens. Like I have no idea where I'm going to be able to get to because it's very congested. It's this tiny, tiny little downtown with not much parking. So plan on that. Leave time for things, guys. I do want to mention that for the Rhinebeck Yarn Bazaar, you probably be waiting online to get in unless you get there really early, but there is stuff to do outside. You can sit in little knitting circles. There's going to be, you have to check out Christy Glass's guide to it all, but and she'll let you know. But there's stuff to do outside, so you're not just going to be blindly waiting in line, I don't think. Then, so that's Friday night. Saturday morning, I am not someone that wakes up at the crack of dawn. So if you guys are expecting to see me in line while Christy's running around filming her Rhinebeck sweater video and doing the Steek and Streak, I will not be there, guys. I will not. That is just not, no. I think the only time I got up really early, and not even for that, was when we went to EYF. But we didn't even go that early for that. So I am going to probably get to the fairgrounds. What? I'm probably going to get to the fairgrounds around 11. That is what I'm shooting for. We have a continental breakfast in the hotel. We're going to take advantage of it. Getting everyone dressed and out the door is going to be a pain. Plus, I don't want to wait to park. So if you, like, when you go between like 10 and 11, you just drive right in, park, and go in. So we're probably going to leave the hotel around 10, try to get there by 11. Mind you, it's 15 minutes away, but it could take a little longer. So that's my plan. 1 o'clock, let's see, 12 o'clock is the Ravelry meetup. I don't know if I'm going to go to that. I might. 1 p.m. I'll definitely be at the podcaster meetup on the Hill. And 2 p.m. is the KGK LYS Unity Cal meetup by the Cider Donuts. So those are my plans for Rhinebeck. I do want to go to the meetup that Denise Byron is having. And I think that's at 1 o'clock. I'm not sure if it's at 12 or 1. I have to check. So I do want to go see her. And then I want to go into the food tent. I don't buy that much at Rhinebeck. I want to go into the food tent. But let me tell you what I'm looking for when I'm getting to the fairgrounds. Okay. First off, guys, this has nothing to do with yarn. Get the falafel. Get the falafel. It was the first falafel I have ever had. I was there on Sunday last year. Just walked in by myself. I thought I had to give Gigi a ride home, so I was going to find her, but then Shelby was there, so she drove her home, but we all hung out, and I was like, oh my God, I'm having this, because if I don't like it, no one is around, and I can just, I'll just throw it away and get something else. But I loved it. Now I'm obsessed with falafel. But that falafel at that food truck at Rhinebeck is delicious. You better get it. And if you're online and you see me, get one for me. Thanks. The pickles. There are pickles in the food barn. I don't know if it's called a barn, but there's a whole food thing right up the hill by the food. I'm really good at describing things. So there are outdoor places to eat, and then there's this big, it's kind of like an expo hall, and the pickles are delicious. And yes, I recommend the really, really hot ones. Your eyes will cry with tears. You will be cursing me. And then as soon as your mouth numbs up, they're delicious. So go for it. Yes, and the food barn in general. They have liquor there. They have candy. They have all sorts of things. I think there's some cheeses. There's just everything there, guys. So go and spend a lot of time in the food hall. I know yarn is wonderful, and I love to go to Rhinebeck for yarn, but there's really only one place that I like to hit when I go to Rhinebeck, and that is Neighborhood Fiber Company, because I love their reds and their berry tones and their golds. So go up the hill. It's not that far. It's not that far from the food hall. So there you go. It's all up that one hill. But Neighborhood Fiber Company is something I've been buying for years. I have tons of it. I don't really know. I haven't knit with it yet, which is like super stupid. So I only buy fingering weight in it. I think I'm going to buy some, they have worsted BBs. They're like really big lots of yardage, almost like the ones Skein Cocaine makes, but they're all different colors, like not in one skein. They just have a whole array of wonderful colors to choose from. So I highly recommend Neighborhood Fiber Company. I know that the Knitting Garage is going to be showing at Sheep and Wool. There are just so many wonderful brands that show at Sheep and Wool. I go there for the people and the food. I just will be completely honest with you. This year, I'm going to be shopping more for tools than for yarn. I want some of those really beautiful knitting needles and crochet hooks that look like wands from Harry Potter, like the beautiful tooling. I want some of those. And I want, needles and hooks and bags and pins. As you guys see, I just destashed a whole bin of yarn. I do not need any more yarn. I have yarn. I do not need yarn. I have so much yarn. Where is this coming from? I have so much yarn. And so many projects lined up, probably will take me through 2022. So, my vlog. I am going to be taping the entire thing. Anytime someone speaks, swallows, sneezes, I will have a camera on them. If you do not want to be on camera, please tell me. I will delete it right away. I am not that kind of person that wants to shove a camera in your face if you do not want it. But if you do something funny, I will have captured it. So, I'm going to have 3 videos coming out, one for Thursday, one for Friday, and one for Saturday, and Sunday is none of your business, unless I go back to the festival. I don't know if I'm doing that this year. I may send my family home with Franny and go with Sammy on Sunday, but I don't know. I kind of want to go and see FDR's home in Hyde Park, so I may do that on the way home on Sunday. But, so you'll get 3 videos. Please watch them all. They're so much fun, and watch all the advertising. And so Thursday will be the arrival and going into downtown Rhinebeck, and maybe we'll drive around a little bit and show you some of the setting up that's going on. Friday we'll be doing India Untangled and the Yarn Bazaar, and then the Knit Nights, and then Saturday will be all about the festival. And those are the videos that'll be coming to you at the end of October with my Rhinebeck recap video. And so that's that. That is my entire podcast, guys, and I wasn't as funny as I thought I was going to be because I've been practicing this podcast in my head for a month and a half, and I said a lot of really funny things that I forgot to say during the podcast. So, sorry about that, guys. Hope you had a good time. I will see you at Rhinebeck, guys. Rhinebeck or bust. Bye!